We are live from Crusaders headquarters. I am King Nico, and if you are watching and listening to this stream, you are the resistance. So welcome everyone. It's a very weird hour here. I'm on the East Coast. It's 2:30 a.m. in the morning, but a few hours ago there was a massive earthquake. They're saying it was the sixth highest on record recorded. And look at this, it was an 8.8 for your 88 magnitude earthquake. And it has now triggered a bunch of tsunami warnings around the Pacific. So we got Hawaii, California, Japan, and Russia all under warning. So we're going to check out some of the story and the details and check some live cams of these locations. So tsunami watch upgraded to advisory for much of BC coast. Tsunami evacuations in Hawaii after 8.8 earthquake near Russia, alerts for the west coast. And Japan and US issue tsunami warnings after magnitude 8.8 quake. Massive. So we're checking out these live cams here. It's about to make landfall. There's a cam I'm checking in Hawaii, and it looks like the coast has fully receded. So we can now see the ocean floor, which is not a good sign during a tsunami. So the power of this wave is pulling in the waters from the coast. So this is the video I've been watching live from Evan Freiberger. That's the channel that's streaming live and has picked up the Hanalei Colony Hawaii cam. So the waves, the water has been receding here, and we got our first wave. So we're following closely on this. So Ruby says, "Wow, 8.8 Simpsons. Oh my!" So everyone is starting to recognize the numerology and the symbols of these rituals that are being used. Just with the incident that took place the other day on the 33rd floor. So WCM, W and Fab says, "Blessings, brothers and sisters. God bless you. It's good to see you. I saw your comment about the sun simulator boiling the West Coast. Got video proof on my YouTube of a cranked simulator. So I definitely got to check that out because it's all tied in. We have covered pretty much all and everything to do with these rituals and end time scenarios. And it's no surprise, a massive earthquake. We've talked about it before. Miss Rex Murphy says, "I live on the Salish Sea. It is flat, calm now." Right. So we're just following some of this. I'm not saying anything's going to happen, but the warnings are still in effect, and these locations are currently under evacuation. Torrin says, "Everyone I know back in Hawaii is good. This is also tied into the Bible about the tribulation coming." And that's exactly what this is tied to. So let's get some of the details here. Earthquakes. So what happened at approximately 11:24 UTC on July 29th, 2025, a magnitude 8.8 earthquake occurred in the Pacific Ocean around 120 to 135 kilometers southeast of Petropavlovsk, Kamchatka, at a depth of 19.3 kilometers. So the quake is among the top 6 strongest ever recorded across the earth and the most powerful along the Kamchatka Kuril subduction zone since 1952. So the tsunami and the impact, with wave heights of up to 4 meters, 13 feet, inundated parts of Severo-Kurilsk, leading to evacuations. So there's widespread minor structural damage, hospital cracks, and flooded fish plant and damaged kindergarten. And some injuries, though, none reported as serious so far. So Japan saw waves up to 1 meter and issued mass evacuations, including at Fukushima facilities, though nuclear plants remain stable across the US and Canada now, and Pacific Island regions receive tsunami warnings and advisories, with Hawaii under full evacuation orders, particularly around Honolulu, and advisories in effect for California, Oregon, Washington, BC, Alaska, and Guam. So in Alaska, minor tsunami waves were observed in places like Adak and Kamchatka, accompanied by strong currents and hazardous water conditions. So we got the safety advice here about moving away from the coastlines immediately. Do not return too early. Avoid waterfront areas and stay updated through your local emergency channels. Again, the sixth largest earthquake on record triggers worldwide tsunami warnings. So I asked it to show me some gematria surrounding this event. So just a quick look. It's very late here. I'm already very tired, so I'm not going to be able to decode it thoroughly as of now. But I got the AI chat GPT to run some numbers in the Jewish English ordinal and simple ciphers. So phrases like earthquake, disaster, earthquake coming. Symbolism around the number 88. So it was originally reported as magnitude 8.7, then later revised to 8.8, a repetition of 8, which in numerology is often linked to infinity, cycles, and rebirth. We've gone over 88 since the beginning of this channel, since Astro World, the 88 numerology, Trump is 88. It's ridiculous. Nothing is surprising me anymore with these numbers and the rituals, and it's all there. So I keep telling it to do it, find me all the numbers. I gave it some reference numbers to see if anything ties into these numbers, but I can't really trust the AI to really do a good job. So I have to do it myself because it clearly has been withholding information and truth from people that are using it. It did give Russia yields an English ordinal gematria of 522, which is the birthing number, birth date, birthday, birthing, all equal 522. And birthing of what? Birthing of the beast of Revelation, birthing of the Antichrist for the New World Order, birthing of the New World Order, right? And you saw all the ritual deaths during the week leading up to this. The Prince of Darkness, the one of the main figures of the New World Order wrestling foundation, federation, whatever it is now. So again, some quick numbers, nothing just of yet, but I don't really trust the AI is going to give me what I want, so I will do it again myself. So if water is rapidly receding from the coast during a tsunami warning, that is not good. In fact, it's one of the most dangerous signs. So, what it means when the ocean suddenly pulls back and exposes the seafloor, it can be a precursor to a massive incoming tsunami wave. This phenomenon is caused when the trough of the tsunami reaches the shore before the crest, right? So, there's some information there. We got the it's trending right now. Hawaii's trending on X. So we're going to see. So this is one of the big stories that's popping up on X regarding Oprah Winfrey. And remember, Oprah is of the Oprah Winfrey Network, which is OWN, OWN, or in reverse, NWO, New World Order. Yes, exactly, Torrin. Jesus returned in 70 AD, says Paul Hoxton. So I'm guessing you're a Satan's little seasoned person right now. Not good at all. Exactly. So people in Maui, Hawaii, are trying to escape the tsunami and are begging Oprah to open the private road on her property. She's reportedly still refusing. In a crisis, blocking an escape route is inhumane. So this road somehow is tied in with Oprah here in Hawaii, and it's blocking people from evacuating from evacuating from the coastline right here, which is at high risk of the tsunami. So they're trying to get to the higher ground. But this road in the blue line here, which is Oprah's road, is blocked off. She has it closed. So no one can travel down this road to get to the higher ground. So they're now being forced to drive across the dangerous coastline and go all the way around, which is the only other route to get up to safer, higher ground. So we got to see what happens and transpires with this now as people are sitting in traffic, trying to find a way out of the danger zone. So we're just following this. Let me get back to this video, see. Can we, yeah, we got live cameras here. So Paul says, yeah, the God of this world is Satan. Jackie K says, I noticed the prior big one to hit the Russian peninsula was a 9.0 back in 1952. 52 is weather warfare. On November 5th, remember, the 5th of November, and now we have this 88, another ritual. Again, November 5th is the date that Astro World took place, which is also Kris Jenner's birthday, who's the mother of Kylie Jenner, who was supposedly pregnant at that very concert because she was dating or the girlfriend of Travis Scott. Give me a second. I want to play the sound and see what Buddy is saying. Evan is saying about this tsunami, so we can quickly, yeah, let's hear it for a sec.
Until then, we'll leave it here.
So Torrance saying, just like the Maui fires, Oprah didn't let people in, and yet there was buses waiting on her property. And those kids and some adults are still missing till this day. Wow, thank you for that. Frightening information there. Looks like something could happen again, but we're not sure how serious this is. Okay, so waiting, everything's still waiting for this thing to make landfall. So in the meantime, I did say I was going to bring up something else. Just checking the X, see what's, let me just refresh this, make sure we're getting the latest news. Wow, okay. So the Hawaii Emergency Management Agency said all commercial harbors have been closed. The three edge cities around Hawaii to evacuate as well. Yes, Hawaii is still under active tsunami warning due to the ongoing event from the earthquake off Russia. Okay, let me go over here quickly. So, Bible verses about earthquakes in the end times. So, Matthew 24:7, Jesus' prophecy on the Mount of Olives. For nation will rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there will be famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in various places. So, meaning Jesus lists earthquakes as one of the signs that mark the beginning of the end times, the birth pains. And Russia equals 522, which is birthing. Revelation 6:12. I looked when he opened the sixth seal, and behold, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became like blood. This one meaning one of the major apocalyptic events, massive earthquake accompanying cosmic signs and terror. Revelation 11:13. In the same hour there was a great earthquake, and a tenth of the city fell. In the earthquake, 7,000 people were killed, and the rest were afraid and gave glory to the God of heaven. This meaning tied to the two witnesses and judgment in Jerusalem. This quake causes serious destruction and sparks fear and repentance. Revelation 16:18. And there were noises and thunderings and lightnings, and there was a great earthquake, such a mighty and great earthquake as had not occurred since men were on the earth. Meaning, this is the final greatest earthquake in human history, part of the seventh bowl of God's wrath. And remember, this is the sixth strongest earthquake ever recorded in history. Remember, number six. Isaiah 29:6. You will be punished by the Lord of hosts with thunder and earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire. Meaning, earthquakes as a form of divine judgment against rebellious nations. Ezekiel 38:19-20, the prophecy of Gog and Magog. Surely in that day there shall be a great earthquake in the land of Israel. The mountains shall be thrown down, the steep places shall fall, and every wall shall fall to the ground. This meaning a massive earthquake will strike during the war of Gog and Magog, a major end times battle. And there's a war currently going on right now between Israel and Palestine. Damn, I gotta bring this up for you guys. Gematrinator. We're gonna do a date duration here. Tools, sorry, date calculator. So we're talking about Gog and Magog here. The final earthquake during the war of Gog and Magog, Israel and Palestine. What am I doing? Get out of here. Oh, what have I done? Date calculator. So I made a post about this on Facebook the other day. So the war began, I believe it was October. Remember, October is the month that equals 666. It was October 7th, 2023. So Israel, Palestine Okay, let me just bring this up on the Facebook because I had it all there. That's my Facebook page. If you want to follow it, please go ahead. Okay, so this was the post here. I posted it a couple days ago now. Prophetic timing, you decide. So on October 7th, 2023, the world changed. So it changed on October 7th, 2023. Hamas launched a surprise attack on Israel, the deadliest day for Jews since the Holocaust. The war between Palestine and Israel officially began, igniting a worldwide chaos. But here's something most people haven't noticed. Exactly 666 days later falls on August 4th, 2025. So we're at day number 662. So in just a short 3, 4, 5 days, it's going to be a full 666 days since the war between Israel and Palestine, Hamas, all that business began. So keep in mind, August 4th is Barack Obama's birthday, the Antichrist. It's also the 216th day of the year. 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216. 666 is the number of the beast. Revelation 13:18. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Just checking in on the live cams here from Hanalei Colony in Hawaii. There are a few others. Let me just quickly skim over these. Oh, what's going on here? Yeah, there's something going on here. It looks like it's there's waves. Town evacuated in Sakhalin region. Breaking news. Findings Russian Academy. Okay. Strong aftershocks in Kamchatka. So this is still going on. So tsunami alerts issued across the Pacific. US, Japan on high alert after quake. This is streaming live. So we're keeping a checkup on everything as this is happening. What's the next one? Let's see. We got the cams from Russia, the cams from Japan. Oh, this one looks like it's making landfall here. Wow. Yeah, so there are tsunamis. I can see, like you can see the first waves coming in and yeah, it's wow, we're watching it now. Is this live? Yeah. No, it's not live. Okay, that one's not live. I don't know why it says it's live. Japan. Okay. So back to the war. So is this all just a coincidence, or are we witnessing a prophetic timeline unfolding before our eyes? Wars, rumors of wars, deception, and spiritual warfare are accelerating. Stay awake. Watch the signs. Test everything. Matthew 24. 666 days from the start of the war to the birthday of the man many have questioned. Let the wise discern the times. So, yeah, I've been making the post, and that's why I'm not surprised that this earthquake is happening now. Yeah, feel free to comment and update in the chats if you're following along somewhere else and you're getting live updates. Let's just hear it out. I wasn't expecting to be on tonight, but I was awake and was working on something. I'll share it with you in a bit. No surprise, it was an apocalypse trial and tribulation song. And as I was finishing this song to post on my YouTube, people are messaging me, telling me, "Oh my God, have you seen the earthquake? It's 8.8. This is the beginning of tribulation or something. You have to look into it and do the decodes." So I was like, wow, unbelievable. So I've been up, checking it out, following it. So this camera in Hawaii is still going. Let me refresh this, make sure we're getting the most up-to-date lives and information. So this is from the North Shore of Oahu, Hawaii. This one is a Russian cam, Japan, Russia, CNN News. Wow, so this one says Japan issues evacuation for 1.9 million people as waves hit near Tokyo. Unbelievable. So yeah, I'm not sure why there's a couple of people just strolling around here like nothing's going on. The headline says 1.9 people need to be evacuated. They don't look like they're in a rush. But then again, it doesn't look like much of a threat here is happening, even though they said that the waves have hit near Tokyo. So this is Kamagawa, Chiba. What is this? Hawaii tsunami warning live. View of beach in Hawaii after authorities issue tsunami warning. Hokkaido on high alert. Again, they're definitely setting up for something. Something's going on. Whether they use some kind of technology that they have to simulate this earthquake to trigger a tsunami for some sort of ritual that we'll figure out shortly, or we've already exposed sometime in the past before, but it's all gonna make itself known and make itself clear to what is going on to those with eyes to see. So yeah, I can't believe I'm up following this stuff. Haven't haven't really followed any storms or hurricanes or earthquakes, but like I said, the timing couldn't have been any more coincidental with everything that's been going on. And I've been talking about this week and going through Bible prophecies, knowing that they are fulfilling themselves right now as we live and speak. I can't believe what I'm seeing with AI. This is all just a distraction from what AI is now capable of. It's ridiculous. I'm almost in tears this week, saying this is I'm witnessing the end of humanity, the end of humanity's so-called reign on this earth. Whatever we may have thought we were in control of, or the top of the food chain, that's done now, finished. The peak of humanity's talent and skill set has been reached and long gone. and is now being replaced. I want to play the song that I like just posted before I got on this live, as we're not seeing anything so far from these live cameras across the Pacific where there's tsunami warnings. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. Okay, let's get back there. Let's open a new window. Let's go check out this new song. Yeah, I'm going to play this song while we're monitoring this situation here. Biblical prophecies unfolding, or is it just man and machine tampering with the world as usual? So let me know in the comments what you feel this is, if it's a natural thing, if it's divine order, divine intervention, if it's just Satan making a mockery and manipulating. So yeah, let me know what you think about this song I'm going to bring up and play right now.
No woman, no cry. Even when the stars fall from the sky, no woman, no cry. We're gonna rise, you and I. They say the rapture's near, lights fill the sky, but baby, that's not heaven, it's another lie. Project Blue Beam running plays again. False messiahs, holograms of men. The beast speaks loud through every screen. With AI crowns and digital dreams. But I won't break, I won't let go. I'll face the fire just so you know. Don't fear the fire, don't fear the pain. He walks with us through wind and rain. Dios nos guarda, la verdad vendrá, aunque el cielo falso trate de engañar. No woman, no cry when the sky turns black. Let them fake the stars, we ain't looking back. Even if the whole world lies, your love shines brighter than the signs. No woman, no cry, just hold on tight. Through the storm, we'll find the light. With faith in him, we stand so tall. They may rise, but we won't fall. 6666 en cada red, pero tú me das la paz en vez. They wanna scan my head and deny, but I'm not selling out for a lie. Blood moons glow, sky turns red, but I still kiss your lips instead. Forget the beast, forget the name. Our hearts are sealed in Jesus' name. No one deceive you in any way, for the day won't come till the man betrays. The son of perdition will rise in pride, but true love like ours will never die. Many false prophets will rise and deceive, but those who endure will surely believe. We won't bow down, we won't be moved. We know the end, we know the truth. When silence falls and hope feels thin, I see the kingdom light within your grin. Through every trial, your voice remains a psalm of peace in the midst of pain. I hold your hand when angels cry. Through every storm, we still survive. Our love's a fire, no flood can drown. With God above, we're glory bound. No woman, no cry when the false kings call. We dance through tribulation, we don't crawl. Even if the stars pretend to fall, you're still my truth, you're still my all. I will rise as one, even when the 7 years have come. With faith in him, love shining bright, we walk together into the light. No woman, no cry. Through the fire, you and rather die.
What if you can create?
Okay, so that's the song. Sorry, I just wanted to play that because it really was relevant and fitting. It was my Tribulation song that I wrote for the end times. And it speaks of Tribulation, Project Bluebeam, the Beast, AI. It's all in the song. So please go check it out. Give it a listen. Give it a like. Share it out. It's right here. No Woman, No Cry. Just posted 2 hours ago. So let's get back to... Oh, are you seeing this? Sorry, I didn't have it on the screen. There it is, right here. Just posted a couple hours ago. That's what we just listened to. Thank you, Jacqueline. Says, great song. Also, I asked, what are your thoughts on this earthquake? And Jacqueline says that this could be for sure man-created. We know the New World Order can create revelation, but my gut says God. Humanity has to end. Too much evil. So same as the flood, repent and pray. The power of God, our creator. Okay, so let me make sure we got some sound. I'm gonna play these videos. See what they're saying, if anything's changing with the warnings.
Into parts of Japan that killed more than 22,000 people and led to the Fukushima nuclear disaster. And that is part of why authorities all around the Pacific Rim are taking the aftermath of this 8.8 magnitude earthquake so seriously. Christy.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to ask you more about that because this event is indeed triggering memories of the 2011 earthquake that triggered the Fukushima nuclear disaster. You know, this region, even Russia's Far East, Japan, the entire Pacific Rim, it's a ring of fire after all. No stranger to earthquakes. Just how prepared are people here, especially people along the coast, to respond to and to, you know, react appropriately to tsunami warnings when they're issued?
Right. Well, you know, when you travel around this region, you'll see, for instance, in different countries, signs, shelters for the threat of potential tsunamis. So in the instance of the governor of Hawaii, he's saying, listen, don't panic, be calm. We are prepared for this. And in the cases of places like Hawaii and Guam, the west coast of North America and Central and South America, you have the advantage of hours to prepare for the possible tsunami. We're still, in some cases, hours away from the estimated arrival time of possible waves. So that gives people time to prepare, time to move to higher ground. But it also, I think, highlights how seriously, again, the authorities take this risk. You had a historically powerful earthquake, which can lead to unpredictable consequences as far away as an ocean away. And that's why everybody is taking this so seriously right now.
Wow, they're still saying it's hours away. Let me just check all these videos one by one. So some of these videos, you wouldn't think anything serious is happening, but as you just heard, it still could be hours away. So the times they gave us were just estimated times, but with estimates in these current situations that just happened, these scientists and experts get everything wrong. They can never get it right on the money, but that's what an estimate is.
Imagine being able to build.
Sorry.
West Coast states and Hawaii to follow monitor alerts from U.S. authorities and move to the higher grounds if tsunami alert is issued. They've also told to avoid coastal areas and prepare for any emergency.
Shalom, Donna. Donna Smith is here. Good to see you, Miss Smith. Ridiculous to be in the middle of the night. Yeah, they're definitely up to something. But yeah, like they said, it's still hours away from these big waves making their way towards the land, and it will give the people enough time to evacuate. Wow. So this is all coming in live right now. Jacqueline says an 8.8 in Russia can set off quakes in Canada and US, not to mention volcanoes. Yeah, the world is focused on the quake 8.8, and now the tsunami and the waves that are heading towards places like Hawaii, California, Japan, Russia. Let me see if we got any
meters above tide level were possible along some coastal areas of Hawaii, Chile, Japan, and Solomon Islands.
The Pacific Tsunami Warning Center said a tsunami had been generated by the quake that could cause damage along the coastlines of all the Hawaiian islands. According to Russia's TASS news agency, people ran out onto the streets without shoes or outerwear in Kamchatka, the biggest city near the epicenter. Earlier in July, 5 powerful quakes, as you would recall, the largest with a magnitude of 7.4, struck the scene near Kamchatka as well. So this is the breaking that we have at the moment that's coming in.
And the result is definitely warnings are being given out in nearer areas as well, which are going to be impacted. As we mentioned earlier, Hokkaido in Japan has issued an evacuation alert following a major quake in Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula. So the effect is reaching far and wide, with evacuations being ordered in different regions, Japan being one of them.
Yeah, just going through all the live streams from all the locations under the warnings now. We've got Japanese news monitoring Hokkaido, Japan. It's definitely looking rough, not calm for sure, but not as threatening at this current moment. I wish they could have some kind of aircraft go out further to sea to really see if there is something brewing up 10 to 15 feet high, like they said. So they're just watching the coastlines right now. I would definitely have a chopper or a military aircraft go do some reconnaissance out at sea. And I'm sure the military are doing that. But the news crews and the choppers are just hanging around on the coastlines. Yeah, you can be sure that the military's flying out there, getting a good look at this thing. Yeah, that's another Japanese chopper watching the same coastline there.
Пострадавших нет.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
I started Tai Chi at 50.
Yeah, right. This can't be live. There's warnings going on. There's people walking on the beach. Yeah, can't trust every channel. Let's refresh this. Make sure we're getting the most.
a.m. Eastern time. So again, you've got a lot of factors here that are taking place, but a lot of it comes back to the fact that this is where the center of the earthquake was. You have those waves that will start to propagate outward, especially because of the type of fault that this was, the thrust fault, but also the fact that it was very shallow. And I know, Christy, people think, you may see, 13 miles thinking that is incredibly deep. It's not when it comes to earthquakes and tsunamis. That is actually considered extremely shallow for an earthquake.
Allison, really appreciating the information you're giving us. You're showing us the timeline and the map, showing us quite clearly what these waves could look like. Allison Chinchar reporting live. Thank you.
We're following the breaking news of a massive 8.8 magnitude earthquake triggering tsunami alerts for Japan and Alaska, Hawaii, and the U.S. West Coast. CNN's Ivan Watson joins me from Hong Kong. Ivan, we've seen the images of the waves impacting a town on Russia's far east coast, but initial waves in Japan, thankfully, are lower than expected. But where do things stand right now, and what is expected from here?
Right. Well, everybody's watching this very closely and taking it very seriously. The initial impact from this earthquake, just about 4 hours ago exactly, you had some buildings damaged in this sparsely populated region of eastern Russia, the Kamchatka region. And then we see images in social media of flooding, of tsunamis coming in and impacting coastal areas there. Japan has issued some evacuations and ordered residents to go to seek higher ground in some regions. And the initial estimates of a tsunami they arrived as less than expected, only about a foot high wave, but they aren't taking any chances. In 2011, there was a 9.1 magnitude earthquake that killed more than 22,000 people in Japan due to the tsunami and the ensuing nuclear Fukushima reactor disaster. The entire Pacific Rim, there are tsunami warnings from Indonesia to the Philippines to Ecuador and Chile, and of course to the U.S. territories of Guam, Hawaii, where there are some evacuation orders, and then Alaska and Northern California and Oregon and Washington. There we are estimating that the arrival time of possible tsunamis are still at least an hour away, but this is something that authorities are taking very, very seriously. This was the sixth most powerful earthquake ever recorded, 8.8 magnitude. Laura?
Ivan Watson, thank you so much. Keep us posted.
Breaking news tonight, tsunami alerts for the entire U.S. West Coast after a massive 8.8 magnitude earthquake struck off of Russia's east coast. Those warnings include Alaska, Hawaii, and the entire U.S. West Coast. We are learning that the first tsunami waves have already been detected in parts of Russia and also Japan. Now, this is the strongest quake on the planet since 2011, when a 9.0 magnitude tremor hit northeast Japan and triggered a devastating tsunami. CNN's Ivan Watson is live for us now in Hong Kong. Ivan, what can you tell us?
Well, Abby, it's been about 3.5 hours since this massive earthquake struck off the eastern coast of Russia's Kamchatka region. And as you pointed out, 8.8 magnitude, one of the most powerful earthquakes ever. And it has sent a chain of tsunami warnings and advisories across and around the Pacific. The Russian regions of Kamchatka and the Sakhalin Islands, there have been orders to evacuate. The first wave has believed to have hit parts of Kamchatka at a height of around 3 to 4 meters, though so far officials there say the damage is minimal. But there are also warnings and advisories going out to Tokyo, Indonesia, the Philippines, Taiwan, and U.S. territories like the island of Guam and the Mariana Islands.
It's not a hobby. It's your empire.
Meters high, but the authorities there aren't taking any chances. They're ordering evacuations for people to go to higher ground. And then the warnings of the estimated arrival time of possible tsunamis to areas like Alaska and the west coast of the U.S., the mainland, that is still several hours away, but the advisories are in effect right now. So authorities are taking this very, very seriously. Abby.
As they should. It could be potentially a very dangerous situation. Ivan Watson, please keep us posted as this unfolds throughout the night. Thank you very much for that report.
Several countries around the Pacific Ocean are bracing for potential tsunamis after a massive 8.8 magnitude earthquake struck off Russia's east coast. Evacuations are already underway in Hawaii, where tsunami waves could reach more than 3 meters. That's 10 feet above normal tide level in parts of the northern islands. And we've just heard from CNN's Brandon Miller in the World Weather Center that, quote,
a force of nature off the east coast of Russia, a tsunami up to 4 meters high, enveloping the shoreline, the huge wave following an earthquake at a magnitude of 8.8, among the strongest in recorded history.
Those are what we consider great earthquakes. Due to the motion of the earthquake, so the fault ruptured in a thrusting motion, this resulted in a tsunami.
The quake quickly triggered warnings and advisories across the ocean, from Japan to Hawaii.
30 minutes away from the estimated arrival of the first tsunami waves,
all the way to BC, where a tsunami watch was quickly upgraded to an advisory for BC's outer coast, from Haida Gwaii to Victoria.
An advisory means that strong currents and dangerous waves are likely.
On the west coast of Vancouver Island, the tsunami sirens stayed silent.
So there is an advisory, and we are communicating as actively as we can. There is no threat, and as a result, there are no sirens, there are no evacuation orders. None of that is happening in our area or beyond in Canada.
Some people ignoring the advice to stay off the beaches.
Doing my nightly evening little stroll.
Others, though, felt it was better to be safe than sorry.
We've told our son to stay inside, stay at the house, don't go out, don't wander, because they have said with the advisory to stay away from the shoreline.
Bracing themselves for whatever the waves might bring.
And with the low tides, Tofino has a low tide half an hour before it's forecast to hit. So I think that eases a lot of people's minds as well. It's just people living on their boats, on the water, in float homes. Like, they're definitely going to feel some currents tonight.
A reminder that even when the threat seems like thousands of kilometers away, this is still a tsunami zone. Sophie Louie, Global News. Triggered warnings and
due to the motion of the earthquake, so the fault ruptured in a thrusting motion, consider great earthquakes. Consider great earthquakes.
So he says, considered a great earthquake. So I'm pretty sure we just looked at the Bible verses where Jesus warns of the great earthquake. So again, listen to this news story and how this guy phrases it as it's considered a great earthquake.
Those are what we consider great earthquakes.
Considered to be great earthquakes. So they're considering this a great earthquake. Let's go back to the Bible verses quickly because we just ran through these. So if you missed it, went through all the Bible verses where they're talking about the trial and tribulations and end times, and it speaks of there was a great earthquake, not just an earthquake, a great earthquake. And you heard the news story. The guy says this is considered a great earthquake. 8.8 magnitude is absolutely massive. Great earthquake. Revelation 11:13 speaks of a great earthquake. Okay, let me play some more news. I quickly got to try and do some decodes quickly because now something's coming to me. Let me go back to the other channel.
Imagine being able to build.
And let's hear the latest update from Governor Josh Green.
We have not seen a wave of consequence, which is a great relief to us. It's kind of a blessing to not be reporting any damage. We have seen significant water recede several times in Haleiwa, and there were 2 waves that were measured coming through the Midway Atoll. So that's been our concern. We expressed, how tall they were. The first one, 30 centimeters. The second one, a full 3 feet with an amplitude, but also a total height of 6 feet from trough to peak. Right now, we still have not seen any wave activity come past the Big Island. That's important. Until we see what happens on the Big Island and the full wraparound of the islands, we won't feel that we are in a position to start seeing and saying that we're kind of in the clear. We expect to be about 2 to 3 hours at least until we can call all clear. So far, though, at the moment, so good. Couple things. HECO continues to monitor the situation. There's not been, at least to our report, any power loss, and there's no plan to shut off any power at this time in advance. Do not call, please, 911 unless you have an emergency. That's important. Keep that line available in case something significant happens. On transportation roadways, don't get on the road at all unless you need to. Just lay low tonight and watch television, please. If you're on a coastal road and you've been in gridlock, if that happens anywhere, and we don't think that's happening, you have to be at least 100 feet above sea level or 2 miles inland, just in case. But at this point, we're not seeing that problem. The airports have not yet been impacted, of course, by a wave, but all flights in and out of Maui have been canceled for tonight. There are about 200 people sheltering at the terminal. We hope to take care of them comfortably. We'll certainly do that. The Department of Transportation shut down the Maui airport lobby, and there are no flights out just yet. In the morning, those sheltering, we're going to rescreen them, and we're going to take care of them. Like I said, all clear. Like I said, has not happened yet. Just be a little safe for a little longer. We are going to have another signature meeting at about 9 p.m. And then we will have Mr. Barrios, our captain, and our general come back out and give you at least one more update tonight. I'm going to defer now to Barrios, but look, everything has been okay so far. we haven't seen a big wave. But when that water receded in Haleiwa and we saw some boats kind of laying on the dry rock and sand, that gave us pause. That doesn't happen for no reason. When the water pulls back like that, that means there's activity in the ocean. So again, we keep our fingers crossed that we don't suffer a big tsunami. Again, people have been very thoughtful and very safe, and that's something we appreciate. Aloha.
Wow. So yeah, they're not taking this lightly. They did see the waters recede from the coast, like I told you in the beginning of the video. So that is like the most serious thing and most dangerous part of the tsunami, is if you see the coastline water start to recede, then you can start to see the floor of the sea floor. Then yeah, there's activity, as he said, going on in the ocean. So it's very scary just to think what could be happening. I wish we could get better footage, but we're not privy to that kind of information. Refresh the screen. Let's see. So yeah, there's not much going on. Yes, Donna Smith, speaking of the birth pains. Michael Kahn is here. Good to see you, brother. It's not usually my hour to go live, but this thing happened right as I was just here. So I thought, why not cover it quick, see if anything happens. But they're still hours away from potential tsunami activity, but still we can't say, like the guy said there. I believe that was the governor or mayor of Hawaii said that, yeah, you kind of pause when you see boats on land and waters of the ocean receding. So yeah, that's not a joke. All right, that's it. If anything happens from now till I fall asleep and wake up, I'll definitely jump back on and cover it. But yeah, let me know if you guys want to chat quick and give some input on this situation. Anyone had any premonitions of this or dreams of a tsunami happening recently? That still, I'd like to hear that. Donna says, Tomorrowland Festival, October 10th, Egypt. I believe putting capstone on I and AI. Oh, goodness. That just sounds, yeah, definitely got to look into that. My friend was sending me footage from the Weekend concert. It was very satanic. The stage setup looked like a CERN portal. It had Baphomet, flame, all kinds of satanic rituals are happening simultaneously now, worldwide, everywhere. So I'll have to compile something and get on it and let you all see in one video exactly what's going on. Especially with this AI, it has just gone into warp speed. This AI is, yeah, it is, by the end of the year, it will be surpassed human intelligence. Right now, AI is matching the top skill level humanity ever reached with certain things like music, and it's already at a PhD level with its medical information, with its legal information. It's a lawyer, it's a doctor, it's a teacher. So it is doing everything the best humans were always able to do. And it's moving fast. By the end of the year, we're going to start seeing incredible things that we've never seen before, that humans never really reached yet. Or that's it. I think we've reached the peak. There's no way we can. Yeah. So AI now has easily replicated humanity's peak and it's now going to just destroy it tenfold. And we're going to be mind blown by the music it's going to put out there that we've never heard before, by movies and video footage and effects and all kinds of generated stuff that we've never seen or thought was possible. Our minds are going to be blown. People be blown in a different way. People are going to be thankful, like their minds will be blown, and they'll just be like, wow, they'll fall in love with the beast. And that's the plan. The beast is planning to seduce the world. All these rituals are to get humanity in a hypnotic state of fear and threat. So that's the vibe, a low vibrational vibe that this entity, Satan, the devil, wants humanity in, so he can seduce you further as you're weak and vulnerable into the cult that is Satanism, that will eventually have you sentenced to the lake of fire. Donna sent me what she has. Thank you, Donna. Yeah, this is a ridiculous time we're going through. So again, AI has gone into warp speed. I'm telling you, we're about to see and read things that we would never thought were possible, that human minds just never had the capabilities to reach yet. AI is about to blow past human capabilities and show us things that some people will consider miracles, that people will consider angelic, godlike, superhuman. Like, that's it. This is the beast of Revelation showing itself now. Yeah, me too. I want to go to bed. Stupid work. Anyhow, LOL. Anyway, don't forget to check out the sun simulator I've seen for a month now. So I got some definitive proof on my YouTube. So I have to check out your channel on your YouTube. You already know I have a huge playlist on my channel here regarding the sun simulator. I've been putting in videos and work on that since 2019. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you can add to that. Thank you so much for that. Carl Taylor says, "Sup, King? Good to see you, Carl." I'm going to be heading off soon. I'm so tired and exhausted right now. But I thought I would just, instead of wait until I woke up and seeing how everyone's already gone over this, I thought, well, I'm up now. I might as well just cover it live and see if we see the tsunami make landfall or not. But they're being very cautious about this. So anyway, it's been great jumping on. I just got to jump on randomly more often and just help my own cause with this channel and the algorithm, and try and jump on these viral news stories and cover them live, because I see that does help. And it's always helped my channel in the past when I've covered current events, current major trending events such as Astroworld or the eclipse last year, or the convoy, or the final experiment Antarctica. So I'm always first on the scene with a lot of these things. Oh wow, so Carl did get the warning on our phone in New Zealand. Yeah, we didn't hear New Zealand mentioned on the news, but Carl here got the warning. But yeah, I'll check back with everyone tomorrow. I know we're all in different time zones. I'm on the eastern coast here, North America, so it's almost 4 a.m. So I'm definitely going to be signing out now. Just an interesting night. Not every night we get these tsunami warnings or the 6th strongest earthquake ever recorded at an 8.8 magnitude. So yeah, stay away from the ocean. That's always been my motto. I'm not a swimmer. I'm traumatized by the Great Flood. Genetically, it's scarred me for life. And I've dreamt it. So yeah, don't mess with the oceans. Don't go near it, Carl says. So it's been a good night. Hope you guys have a good rest, good day, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. And we will all touch base sometime soon. So have yourselves a great one, and God bless. Thank you all.